In less than 3 weeks, it'll be 7 years since they brought down the towers. Do you remember? On that horrible day, and shortly thereafter, the common sentiment amongst people was that we would always remember. That's not what happened, is it? I grew up in New York, and I remember when the towers were being built. I remember going there to the restaurant, the Windows on the World, after my prom from high school. I remember shopping down in the first floor. We took those buildings for granted. I still can't believe they're gone. On the morning of 9/11, I had arrived to work a little bit late, and as I entered the lobby of the building, there was normally a television set there with the news. I saw after the first tower had been hit, and at the time they thought it was a small plane that had struck the tower, and you could see the hole and the billowing smoke. I remember my first thought was, how could a small plane's pilot have missed such an immense building? I attributed it to, pilot error. I went upstairs and started working, and I don't remember who, but somebody let out a shriek, and there happened to be another television set in the office in a conference room, and people had gathered there to see what was going on, and there was silence. We just stared at the television, confused. Shortly thereafter, we were being asked to get, to resume work, and nobody was buying that. I remember trying to call home and couldn't get an outside line. Couldn't get news reports on the web. Our servers weren't working, or the internet was clogged. I don't know. Some people stayed in the office, but I remember I just said I'm leaving, and because at the time I lived very far from home. It was about 95 miles, and I said I have to go home. And I went downstairs, got in my car, and started driving. And I remember being on the highway on Route 80, and it was weird. Everyone was speeding. I remember passing some patrol cars, and they weren't pulling anyone over. But the weird part that everyone was speeding, but no one was cutting anyone off. It's very strange for New Jersey traffic, but I don't know, that caught my attention. I didn't have a cell phone at the time, so I couldn't call on my way home. So I had the radio on, and I was trying to listen for any news on what was going on. Because like many, I expected that this was just the first wave of some larger attack. And I remember when I finally got home, my daughter was pretty upset. She wasn't even 9 yet, because of the images that were being shown on the television. Of course, the TV was tuned to the news, and my wife was watching. And I remember sitting down with her, with my daughter, and trying to explain the unexplainable. I mean, how could I portray to this child that bad things like this sometimes happen? I remember crying while I was talking to her, which probably didn't help. It was a crazy, crazy day. Later found out that one of my cousins was at the tower. He died there. He didn't work in the towers. He was a delivery guy, and he just happened to be delivering a package. So many people lost their lives. And to tell you the truth, other than spending millions, billions on homeland security, going to war, not finding bin Laden, I really don't think anything has changed. I invite you to share your stories of where you were on that horrible day, either by text or by posting a video, and let me know if you think anything has changed.